The Stoics taught that the main causes of our problems are not external circumstances, but our own desires, passions, and lack of control over them. Laziness, procrastination, and addictions are consequences of our weaknesses, when we allow ourselves to succumb to temporary pleasures, forgetting long-term goals. Passions and desires as sources of problems. Stoicism teaches that human passions are uncontrollable desires that disturb inner peace. For example, when we give in to the temptation to check social media or play video games, we temporarily quench our thirst for pleasure, but we detach ourselves from more important matters. Epictetus said, "It is not things that worry us, but our attitude toward them." It is up to us to decide how we respond to external circumstances. Laziness and addiction are a consequence of losing control of ourselves. When we allow ourselves to follow immediate desires, we become trapped, and the more we give in, the stronger these addictions become. How the Stoics see the path to freedom. For the Stoics, freedom was not the ability to do whatever one wanted, but the ability to control one's desires and actions. They believed that true freedom comes through discipline, self-control, and the realization that most of our problems are the result of unreasonable desires. To get rid of laziness and addictions, you must learn to control your thoughts and choose long-term goals over short-term pleasures. One of Stoicism's key tools for combating laziness and addictions is internal dialogue. The Stoics taught that we must be careful about what we say to ourselves, as our thoughts shape our behavior. What kind of internal dialogue do we have? When we face temptation or feel ourselves beginning to procrastinate, it is important to pay attention to our internal dialogue. "I'm tired. I can't work anymore," may be the first step toward laziness. Stoics teach that such thoughts are just emotions that we don't have to accept. We can replace them with more productive attitudes. "This is a difficult moment, but I can handle it. I choose to be disciplined for a long-term goal." Applying self-control. Self-control is not about suppressing desires, but about becoming aware of them and choosing smarter behavior. Epictetus said, "It is not things that bother you, but your attitude toward them." For example, when we feel the urge to check social media, it's important to realize that this urge doesn't necessarily need to be satisfied. We can put it off if we have more important things to do. One of the basic tenets of Stoicism is the distinction between what is in our power and what is not. This idea helps us focus on what we can change and let go of anything we can't control. What can we control? Stoics argue that we can only control our behavior, our thoughts, and our attitude toward events. For example, we can't control how much time we spend on social media, but we can control how often we check it. We can't completely get rid of temptations, but we can choose not to give in to them. What is out of our control? Many things that affect our lives are external circumstances that are out of our control. Other people's opinions, the economic situation, weather conditions. Stoics teach that worrying about what we can't change only takes away from our strength. If we worry that we cannot completely rid ourselves of all dependencies, we lose sight of what is really important: control over ourselves.